Welcome back to my views on news. Four news stories. The first one is about ongoing celebrations in Ethiopia on Wednesday. Ketera celebrations were held by Ethiopian Orthodox believers, and on Thursday today, Timket Epiphany celebrations will be held. Were there any celebrations in Mekelle on Wednesday? Secondly, journalists and crew members of a news outlet have been arrested while they were covering demolition of houses. Houses are being demolished in Addis Ababa and on Addis Ababa Oromia border. And some say demolition is for construction of PM Abiy's palace. Thirdly, viewers, Ethiopian government is planning to establish a new commission, Truth and Reconciliation Commission, South Africa style new commission is in the making. Is it an attempt to undermine UN inquiry commission? Because Ethiopian government is not cooperating with the UN inquiry commission. And lastly, video of a Fano commander is being shared for some days, in which he can be seen addressing other Fano fighters, and he is talking about crimes committed by Fano fighters. What is the purpose of confessing Fano's crimes, atrocities in a public meeting by a Fano commander himself? Firstly, viewers, first news story is about ongoing celebrations in Ethiopia. Orthodox believers are celebrating Timket Epiphany today on Thursday. On Wednesday, on Epiphany Eve, Ketera celebrations were held. Tens of thousands are participating in religious gatherings across Ethiopia. We have seen large gatherings in Oromia, Amhara, Addis Ababa, Somali region. Were there any Ketera celebrations in Mekelle, Tigray's capital? I have not seen any pictures, videos. That is why I'm asking this question. We'll try to update you after a few hours about Epiphany celebrations in Mekelle. Because in Mekelle, there are some issues. We have seen reports about organized robberies, people getting frustrated in Mekelle. Was there any large Ketera celebration in Mekelle? Will there be any big Epiphany gathering in Mekelle? We'll try to update you in coming videos. Secondly, viewers, second news story is about some journalists who have been arrested while they were covering demolition of houses in Addis Ababa. Abe TV is the name of this news outlet whose journalists and crew members have been arrested. They were interviewing the people whose houses were demolished by security forces in Addis Ababa. In two previous videos, I spoke on this development that houses are being demolished in Addis Ababa, on Addis Ababa Oromia border. Oromia security forces, Oromia departments are jointly launching these operations. People are protesting. Government says the houses were built illegally. On the other hand, residents say that they have been there for decades. And we know that some houses were demolished in an area where PM Abiy's palace is being constructed. Abe TV tried to interview some people whose houses were demolished. It was trying to film the area, but security forces arrested the journalists and crew members, and they are now held at Yika Abado station. Four members of Ethiopian Human Rights Council were arrested while they were investigating demolition of houses a few days ago. Then we saw calls for the release by international human rights bodies, and they were released. It means that government wants to cover up the issue of demolition of houses. If houses were built illegally, of course media has the right to cover this development. Media should share both positions, like we are sharing a government's position and a resident's position, but no one should stop journalists from covering, from interviewing, from filming the area. Thirdly, viewers, a new commission is in the making. Its draft is being finalized. Ethiopian government is planning to establish Truth and Reconciliation Commission. Its alternative name could be Peace and Truth Commission or Truth and Justice Commission. The commission will work like we saw the working of Truth and Reconciliation Commission in South Africa, when reconciliation started mainly after unrest in the country. Not prosecution, but reconciliation was the target of that commission. I think Ethiopian government is also now working towards reconciliation, towards pardoning the people, not towards prosecution. Pressure is there on the government that government should investigate human rights abuses committed during the conflict, and a UN inquiry commission was formed more than a year ago. Ethiopian government opposed the formation of the commission. It opposed funding for the commission. It tried to defund the commission, but commission is there. Commission is investigating human rights abuses, and commission members were not allowed to visit Ketera a few weeks ago. And now commission members are going to visit Ethiopia in coming days. US, EU, they are in their statements putting pressure upon Ethiopian government to hold people accountable for crimes committed during the Tigray conflict. I think government is now trying to make your inquiry commission irrelevant. By forming Truth and Reconciliation Commission, Ethiopian government intends to undermine UN inquiry commission. It means that no prosecution will be done. People will be granted pardon, and that is how government is going to counter international pressure. Perhaps that is why new Supreme Court chairman has been appointed. Miyaza Shenafi has been removed. A new one from Addis Ababa has been appointed as Ethiopian Supreme Court president. It means there will be no accountability. It seems all sides are involved in human rights abuses in varying degrees. Now, government's focus is on reconciliation, on pardoning the people, not on prosecution. It seems. Lastly, viewers, video of a Fano commander is being shared for several days, in which he can be heard confessing the crimes committed by other Fano fighters. He is from East Amhara Fano, which is mainly led by Mere Wodajo. And East Amhara Fano fighters fought in this third round of fighting a few days ago, but now they're being disarmed reportedly. The Fano fighter addressing other Fano fighters is Misgana Disseya. And Misgana Disseya, addressing other Fano fighters, says that he has files of the crimes committed by Fano fighters in his hands. He says that Fano fighters committed theft in some areas. They stole 86 quintals of grain from a farmer. They stole 46 laptops from a school in Timoga. Fridges, bed sheets from a hotel were stolen, and women were raped by Fano fighters. He's saying it all to the Fano fighters who are listening. What is the purpose of making such a speech? Is he a rival to Mere Wodajo? That is why he's trying to discredit East Amhara Fano. Or is he trying to blackmail Fano fighters, that Fano fighters will have to remain part of Fano organization because their weak points, their crime details are in the hands of commanders? Is it a way of blackmailing them, or is it a way of discrediting East Amhara Fano led by Mere Udajo? But this is a public admission of crimes committed by some Fano fighters.